Hello again. My name is Eileen Dooley, and just to recap what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks, I've had a Facebook group, the admin rights for a Facebook group stolen from me by a fake account that was set up last June 2023, in the name of Thomas Robert. I have been going through this fake account has over 150 groups that he has stolen the admin rights for. I say he, but it's an it, because it's not even a real person. But I'm trying to I'm doing all this in the hope that in the end I get the admin rights back to the group before he absolutely destroys it, or before he starts ripping people off in the group, or sells it to somebody else who rips people off. So I've looked at all the other groups that he's taken. I've categorized them. I've broken them down into categories. Motorbikes was the first one I did. There were buy and sell groups, so there were a lot of those. So I divided them over three areas. There were animal groups, groups that address people's problems, such as Weight Watchers, acne, and so on. And the last one I did was part one of dogs. Now, there were a lot of dogs groups. There's 15 dog groups that were taken. I totally understand that this is a controversial subject. It's not something I'm defending or I'm making a judgment on in any way. But they are on his list, these 15 groups. Some of them are buying and selling puppies, and others look more like genuine dog lovers of a certain breed of dog, or dogs generally. The last one I did, the last video I did, they were all private groups. So you have to join the group to see what's going on. That there were 7 of those. So there are 8 public groups to do with dogs, and these are the ones that I am showing here today. So I'm going to just do the same as I did in the other videos. I'm going to run through them to show you when they were set up, a little bit about the group, and when this Thomas Robert account took them over, and if there was anyone else involved, any other moderators or admins that were part of this. So if you just give me a moment, I will share my screen. Here is the first one of the public groups. So this is part 2 of the groups that relate to dogs, and whose admin rights were taken by this profile, Thomas Robert. So this is a Golden Retriever lovers group, big group, 78,000 members. It's based in California. It was set up on the 19th of November, 2020. Little bit of blurb. Group is dedicated for all Golden Retriever lovers and owners. Sometimes you get a little bit more information from the featured tab, not always. But if you see a lot of posts on here by the same person, that's an indication that might be the previous admin, depending on dates. You have to check the dates. But this person may well be worth looking up, because she is the only person who is posting on here. So I can make an approach to her to see if she is the admin of this group before it was stolen. So, like I said, this group was set up on the 19th of November 2020, and it was taken by Thomas Robert on the 10th of November 2023. So moving on to the next group, we love Bull Terriers. So are you a Bull Terrier lover? If yes, okay. So this group was set up on the 2nd of October 2022. Again, there's a featured tab in this. There isn't a featured tab in all of them. It's worth looking down the featured tab. There's Albert Rock to see if the same name comes up over and over. I'm going to do all of that at a later date. I just wanted to get some of these videos out there to begin with. So we go into people, and there is two people. We have Thomas Roberts is the current admin. Dan Wagner is the current moderator. So Thomas Roberts took this group on the 1st of August 2023, and Dan Wagner became moderator on the 4th of August 23. Moving on to the third group, English Bulldogs for Adoption and Rehoming. So these groups, I understand, can be quite controversial, but it's here in the middle of the groups that Thomas Robert is currently the admin for, and he didn't set it up. So this group was created on the 9th of July 2023. There are 13,600 members. The current two admins are Thomas Roberts, and this is a new name. This is Heina Nagia. So if I go into Thomas Robert, he took this group on the 20th of November 2023. He became admin, and she is also admin, not moderator, the 12th of November 23. So she took this group first, the 12th of November, and then he became an admin later. So there is a new name in the mix. So the next group is I Love Dogs. I Love Dogs is totally about dogs. People who are dog lovers can join this group. So this group was set up on the 30th of September 2018. It's got 20,700 members to it. You see there's no featured tab here to follow, but Thomas Robert is the admin, and he became the admin on the 10th of July 2023. So moving on to the next one, We Love Staffie, smaller group, 2,700 in this group. There is a featured tab in this group. We'll look at that in a minute. This group was set up on the 7th of October 2022. Quick look at the featured tab. So they have a page. It looks like they have a page. So it might be possible to find the previous admin of this group. So we're going to look at the people of this group. So here we have Thomas Robert as the admin, and Dan Wagner and Alicia Rogers as the moderators. So Thomas Robert took over this group on the 1st of August 23, with Dan Wagner as admin on the 4th of August, every single time almost for Dan Wagner, the 4th of August. And here is a new name. I don't quite see how it's connected. It's a locked profile. There's no dates attached to it. Suggests to me that it's a real profile if it's a locked profile. Alicia Rogers. So the next group is Dachshund Lovers World, 8,300 members on this. This is based in California. Was set up on the 19th of August 2022. And we can see the moderator, the admin is Thomas Robert, and the moderator is Dan Wagner. There is a featured tab on there. So there's I think there's some merchandise they're trying to sell, and they have other links attached here, which might be worth looking into at a later stage. But for the moment, I'm just going to go into the people who currently control the admin rights to this group. It's Thomas Roberts and Dan Wagner. So Thomas Robert took this on the 1st of October. The 1st of August 23, and Dan Wagner the 4th, became moderator on the 4th. So now we're going into Husky World. Husky World has 12,800 members. It was set up on the 19th of August 2022. It has a featured tab. So the featured tab, sometimes you find out who the admin is because they're selling merchandise connected to the type of dog it is in there. That's definitely worth investigating later. So the people who are currently controlling this group are Thomas Robert as the admin. This is another new name, Emma Nicol, as moderator, and Dan Wagner as moderator. So Thomas Robert took over this group on the 1st of August 23, same date for all these dog groups. Emma Nicol, she was a moderator since the 20th of July 23. So that's strange because she was a moderator before he was an admin. And then Dan Wagner became the admin on the 4th. So that's the same with all the rest of them. The 1st for Thomas Robert, the 4th for Dan Wagner. So here we have the last the dog groups. We have the German Shepherds, 91,600, big group. So this is a kind of a global group. It's lots of different countries. It was set up on the 9th of December 2020. And it's currently controlled by the admin Thomas Robert and Thomas Jean Wagner. This is a new name, presumably as moderator. So I just go into when Thomas Robert took over the admin rights, the 10th of November 2023. And this looks like a real profile. So he may have been connected to the dog site before Thomas Robert took it over. Okay. So that's the 15 groups that are connected to dogs that Thomas Roberts, the profile Thomas Roberts took. There seems to be more other names attached to that. Maybe some of the original admins were given moderator rights over those groups, but they're all connected to Thomas Robert, and he is the main admin on all of them except one where we saw that other new name. Thank you again for staying with me to the end. We have done two videos on dogs. There is one more animal stroke birds left to do. So I'm going to do that one next. And after that, we'll be getting on to doing famous fan pages and rentals and stuff. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.